Caleb, what are we doing?
We're unboxing a fresh tool.
A fresh tool. What does this tool do?
It'll help us sand down the cab and make it nice and clean.
And so we're going to give it a go. This is the official unboxing of the tool. Look at that. It comes with 3 different drums, sanding drums. There is an instruction manual, but you know.
Well, we'll figure it out.
That would take all the fun out of it, wouldn't it? Okay, should we put a drum on there?
Assuming that goes right here.
Yeah. The question is, do you put it on there first or on the drum first, or does it matter?
I think the drum will just, well,
You want to try with or without your mask?
I don't know.
Hit it for a minute first, and then we'll decide.
See if let's see if it's sprays all over the place. On the floor?
Yeah.
Where the paint is?
Yeah.
All right.
So what's your preliminary review? So far, what would you say based on a minute and a half of running the thing?
I'd say if we can get that everywhere, I think it'll be really great. So this is going to be a really good tool because that's probably a lot faster than what a
It's way faster than what a sander would do, isn't it? Let me give it a shot.
What do you think of it?
Definitely faster than a sander. We're taking it right down to bare metal pretty quickly in a few places, and we're getting the topical stuff off really quick. So I want to try it just a little bit, maybe right up here. That's where we hit it with the sander. This corner, I went over with the dual action sander, and it did a pretty good job, but there's nothing like really rough right there. It blended in the paint against a spot that it didn't have paint. What I want to see is how it handles
All those
like,
rough spots with the
like
with
maybe
the paint
this area
peeling.
right here. Wow,
That was pretty quick.
that went fast.
I didn't really see what was
make
going
your
on.
way inward a little bit. Let's kind of carve out a bit of a square right there.
All right.
That's pretty good. There's very little left of what was a
rusty.
really bad rust spot right there. Yeah.
Should we dig at it a little bit more?
You can pull that. I think that right there is fine. What we'll do is hit it with that one, and then we'll need to come back with a finer
And just get the
drum.
little.
So this one is used to get the major imperfections out, right? Like that right there. In fact, this might be an interesting one. That's a kind of a nasty rust spot right there. Let's just kind of hit that right there for a minute and see what it does. Oh, yeah. That's good. Still just a little bit there, but that can be fixed in other means. That makes pretty short work of that. Well, you want to roll it outside and see what you can do? I have become quite a fan of POR-15 products. This stuff is a seam sealer. This has some rust inhibitive properties to it. So I've used this in a few places. These cabs have a particular problem where once they start to leak, the natural water flow off of the windshield is in many ways right down into these vents in the top. Some of it will flow through a rain gutter down off the side, but a lot of it will end up in here, rainwater and water coming off the windshield, and there is a designated channel for water to exit. Well, the problem is that if you end up with holes inside of that exit, that waterway, then that's where leaks begin and more rust sets in. So we've sealed everything up through there. I just found a couple little tiny spots that I want to do a little more to, because I don't want anything getting down, particularly inside the cab. Oh, I also learned the hard way that once you get any of that on your fingers, it's about a week before you see your fingers again. Unlike, I mean, paint kind of does that, but paint after, you know, a few days, you're pretty good. This stuff, it just lingers, it sticks, which is maybe why I like it so much, huh? We did not take the paint all the way off the floor. Do we care?
I don't think we really do.
We do not. How come?
We're just gonna carpet it.
We're going to prime it, and then we are going to lizard skin it, and then we are going to carpet on top of all of that. So, yeah, it just doesn't matter that much. We want the paint to stick. That's about all we care about. That back wall,
It actually looks pretty good.
looks pretty good. And again, I'm considering, we'll see how high the lizard skin goes, but I may take lizard skin up there if we have enough. Our priorities for lizard skin are number 1, firewall on the inside, and then number 2, the floor, and then number 3, the back and B-pillars up to the ceiling. So we'll just use however much we have, that's what we'll do. In the back, which sections really matter in the back?
To the bottom of the window and up, because the bed's gonna cover most of that.
I think you're right.
Except for, actually no, the trim pieces are above the bed.
The trim will cover some of it. The bed will cover a lot of it. Even from the factory, that stuff right down along the bottom, see how it's still,
Yeah.
it looks like it's from clamping sheet metal pieces together. It never was really awesome. Now, again, if you're building a show car, you might do that up just right before you paint. We've done some light sanding on the rocker panels. Mostly just scuffing them up. They should be okay. Ooh, look, there's a tag, like a sticker, down there on the bottom of the rocker panel. You see that? We need to get that off. The firewall, on the outside of the firewall, we have, right now it has a little bit of POR-15 on it from when we did the undercoating on the bottom. And most of the metal on the firewall is new. We've got most, but probably not all of the holes cut in the firewall that we need. And since we're not doing a traditional heater on the passenger side, we don't need any holes on that side. I think all we're lacking is some holes on the driver's side to run wires and a few things like that through. But we can drill those later. I'm not terribly worried about it. We've done some cleanup, some sanding, and some seam sealer down in this, I don't know what they call this. It's like a water channel right across the front of the cab. So it, in theory, won't leak water into the cab when the water comes rolling down off the windshield. Well, what do you think? Should we take it out, spray it down, and be done?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.